What's up, everybody?
Hey guys, what's up?
We're in Kuala Lumpur. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for tuning in again this week.
We're so glad to have you.
All jokes aside, we really are. Thank you guys for following along on our journey.
But seriously, you guys, thank you so much for following us along. We super appreciate it.
Super.
We're loving everything that we're doing. Make sure that if you want to stay up to date with what we're doing, that you subscribe to our channel, that you click the notification bell so that you can get alerted every time we upload a new video.
And if you're not already, go ahead and follow us on our Instagram at our.true.life and our Facebook is ourtrulife. Let's get into the video. So this week we are in Kuala Lumpur and we had a fantastic time.
Wait. Before we get started, I have to tell all of them how we got to Kuala Lumpur and the excitement of our plane ride.
I totally forgot. I don't know.
So we went from Bali to Kuala Lumpur. We get to the airport, we book it through AirAsia, and most everything like on this side of the world is done in 24-hour time rather than like AM, PM time, and we're not really used to that. So our flight was scheduled for what,
17:55, I believe.
Maybe something like that. So
for whatever reason,
we thought our flight was at 7:55
or 6:55, somewhere around there.
So we get to the airport with what we thought was like 3 hours. We were super hungry. So me and Truman went strolling along to try to find us some food, and we're just taking our sweet time. I walk back and I see Evan like standing up and like looking around and walking to the desk where the flight attendant stands. I'm watching all of this happen and I'm seeing extreme panic go over his body. And if you know anything about Evan, he doesn't really panic very much, like pretty steady and everything.
I looked like a freaking meerkat stuck in my head out of a hole, like.
And he was freaking out, like next level freak out. I'm here, I heard my name over the intercom and I'm like, well, that's weird. But anyways, me and Truman were just walking along and this thought crossed my mind, like, I wonder if our flight's boarding right now.
It was. So, have you ever been to the airport, like, if you think you've ever been to the airport extremely early, and sometimes there's like boarding different planes before your actual flight at the same gate that you're at? That's what we thought was happening.
No. That's what
I thought
was happening. Me and Truman weren't there. Had I seen all of that, I'd probably been like, we might need to get going.
So anyways, all these people are getting up and I'm like, oh cool, they're getting on their flight before our flight. All these people get on and everybody's there. I'm sitting around, there's a couple people by me just kind of waiting. So I'm like, yeah, solid, we're here early, getting some food. And then I hear my name called and I'm like, what time is it? And I walk over there and I'm like, is this to Kuala Lumpur? And they're like, yeah, where have you been? And I'm like, that's when I turn around and Courtney sees the utter panic on my face. And I'm like, that's our flight. And like, you have 2 minutes to board. So, Kuala Lumpur, when we actually got there, we had a sweet hotel.
It was pretty cool. It was like this ginormous resort. We had no idea that it was like this when we booked it.
Yeah, so we got there and it's like, we were rolling up. It was probably like a 40-minute drive, 30-minute drive-ish from the airport. So we roll up there and there's like this huge pyramid. It's all gold and there's this huge like Egyptian lion statue and all that stuff.
A ginormous mall.
A huge mall. And all of a sudden, we pull up and we're like, is that our hotel? And yeah. So we get there, we go up to our floor and like, lo and behold, there's like an entire like water park, theme park, all that stuff in the midst of like this huge circle where our hotel is. Who knew?
It was crazy. And the hotel was pretty nice. Their breakfast buffet was hands down the best one we've had. They had stuff from all over the world. We dug it. I loved it.
And their pool was awesome. So we got to continue to teach Truman how to swim he's been continuously playing a game with me where I hold the camera, or if we're not having a camera, whatever, we take turns and we count down 3, 2, 1, and then he goes under and plugs his nose and sticks his face under the water, and then he wants me to do it. So we've been teaching him how to do that to get him comfortable with being in the water, and he's like a fish, literally. Like, if you guys have seen Aquaman, this is Aqua Boy.
Our 2 favorite things in Kuala Lumpur. Number 1, the street food experience was awesome. We went to this place called, is it Jalan Alur?
Yeah, Jalan Alur.
All right, so we are on Jalan Alur Street, which is generally a night market, so not very many places are open, but we're trying our first Malaysian street food and we're super excited. We started off with just water and got Truman and apple juice, and this apple juice is pretty dang good, so we're so excited to see what's next. Truman and Evan are hangry, so we basically just stopped at the first open restaurant so we could get food into their bellies. And then the street food in Chinatown was awesome. They had this like beef jerky stuff that was so good. And Truman loved it, which is a sign that it's good.
If you ever get beef jerky, I don't know, this could just be me, I could be the weirdest person in the world, but if you ever get beef jerky, a lot of times beef jerky is super hard and like tough to eat. When you find like that soft beef jerky in the bag, and it's like, oh, it's so soft, and you eat it. That's what like the entire thing of beef jerky was like. It was like just one big jumbo bag of soft beef jerky. And it was really good.
So we're in Chinatown right now. We just sat down to have something to eat, and we got pork belly and minced pork noodle soup.
Pork belly, minced pork belly soup.
And the pork belly is so good.
Brittany got a coconut. I got one.
We don't know what that is.
That's some sort of soup that was really salty. Courtney's going treasure hunting.
This is like my favorite thing, except they're so hard to get.
What's it taste like?
Nuts, coconuts. The second thing was the
Patronus Towers.
We're at the Patronus Towers, and I'm pretty sure we actually might be able to get in this time because we're finally waiting in a line rather than walking up and seeing tickets sold out for the day.
Truman still wrecked from New Year's Eve last night.
It was incredible to see the view up there and just to be up there. It was way more difficult to get up to the Patronus Towers than we thought because we just assumed you could go.
Yeah, little tip. They only have a certain amount of tickets that you can get for the whole day, which is cool. So there's not like a stampede of people in there. We probably went like a solid 3 days throughout the time that we were there.
Sold out.
Sold out.
And I'm pretty sure they sell out like within the first hour of opening and selling the tickets. So you can buy them like in advance if you've planned it out.
But us was it was way too in advance for us.
Yeah, we didn't plan out that much. So buy them in advance or get up super early, get there by
They open at 7. I think you can get in line at 7 o'clock.
Get there at 7 a.m., which is what we did.
But like we got there at that time and there was already stuff like certain time slots were already sold out from people online.
Well, and there was already like 40 plus people online.
Yeah.
So it was crazy.
So be a planner and buy.
So we are at the sky bridge of the Patronus Towers, and I am so glad that we decided to come at nighttime because it is so pretty at night when you get to see the city all lit up. I love it. But it was so cool, the views up there, and we at first were trying to go in the daytime but the times were just not convenient for us. So we just planned on going like right at sunset or right after sunset. Totally worth it. Do that time because then you get to see like the city skyline all lit up and everything. It was awesome.
Our unpreparedness ended up working out in our favor.
There's a big ball up there, buddy. Truman, look.
Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching this video.
Again, if you're not subscribed to us, go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
And ding the little bell to get notified when we post.
And follow us on Instagram at our.true.life.
And our Facebook is Our True Life. Thank you guys so much for watching this week. We will see you again next week.